Hi, welcome back. In this particular session, I'm going to explain the function in Python. So, the function is the important concept for any programming language. So, in Python also. So, let's proceed. So, the agenda for today's session is that I will be discussing or explaining creating a simple user-defined function, then function with mutable parameters. So this mutable and unmutable things I have already explained when I was explaining a string. So if you do not know what is mutable and what is unmutable in respect to list, string, iterator, dictionary, so you please go my previous video and watch that video so that you will understand this, what is the concept of mutability. And then I will explain the demo. I will write some code over there, and then I will explain how to write a function, how to define a function, and how to call the user define function. And this is the example I will be explaining. I will be taking one list as an array. So this you can consider one array, and I am having element inside this array, which is nothing but 7, 2, 4, 6, 3, 2, 4, 5, 9, and the index is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 elements inside this particular list, and index always start from 0, not from 1. So please remember, index always start from 0, and our task is to write a function which will count, which will search this given number in this particular list and how many times it is coming. So our to do task is that write a function countx to perform this. So before going to the Jupyter Notepad to write a code, let me explain something what is function for the beginner who doesn't know anything about the function. So I will write one one algorithm to explain the function. So function is nothing but a group of statements that works together as a unit and return some values. Let's suppose I want to add two number. Let's suppose I want to add this is one variable a which is assigned 10, and then another variable b which is assigned 20. Now if you want to add these two particular value, so what you will do, you will just write a plus b, and here I am adding two numbers. Again, if somebody asks and write a code to add two number, then what you will do, again you will define integer a equal to 30 and then integer b equal to 40. Somebody has given you to add 30 and 40, so what you will do again here, a plus b. So let's suppose if you want to add the combination of these two number 100 times and different numbers, so you have to write this code 100 times. So rather than writing this code 100 times, what we can do, we can write one function and we can call that particular function 100 times with different parameter. So what I will do, I will write a function like integer. So this is the function defined in C. I will explain how to define in Python. So this is kind of, you consider algorithm here. So I will write one function integer add, and two parameter integer a and integer b. So the function name is add. Then here what we can do, we can define one integer, let's suppose c, and then add these two number which is passed to this particular function a plus b, and then return c to the calling function. So now I will write a function, I will write a one code here. Let's suppose I want to add 50 and 60. So what I will do, I will just define one integer, let's suppose total, and I will call this function. Rather than writing this code multiple times, I will just call this function with 50 and 60. Okay, and this function will return after adding these two numbers. So this 50 will be copied to A, so A will be having 50 and B will be having 60, and these two numbers will be added here, and then it will be returned, because you can see the returning parameter is nothing but integer, and this will be assigned to this total. And when you print this total, so you will be getting 110. Similarly, if you want to another two number, similar things you can do. Total 1 equal to add 10, 20, and this will give you result. So you can see here I have written this code one time and I am reusing this particular function multiple times rather than writing the same code multiple times. Here you just calling the function, not writing this code. This is written inside this particular function one time and called multiple time. So this is the concept of function. So let's see how to define the function and implement these things in Python with Jupyter Notepad. So you can see here how to define function in Python. So this is the keyword def is used to define a function in Python. So this is the simple function, and this is the function name, which is nothing but countx, and this is the formal parameter which is passed to this particular function. So this is the first parameter, this is the second parameter. Okay, and here I am taking one variable count equal to 0, and using iterator for item in this particular array, which is nothing but list here. If item equal to x, and this is the searching variable, so whatever the value passed to this particular x, we will be searching inside this particular list, and that we are checking here, iterating through all the element, each and every element of that particular list, and checking each and every one, comparing with this particular x. If these are matched, then count equal to count plus 1. So that means we found that particular x first time. Let's suppose if that is 3 time, then this count will hold 3, and then finally we are returning this to the calling function. So let's define this particular function. So let me clear this output first. So I have cleared the output here. Let's define it. So I have run it, and the function countx is defined. Now I am going to use this particular function here. So what I have done, I have defined one list here, and inside this list I am going to search and count this particular value 2. So here 2 is coming 1 2 times, so it should print 2 times. And here I am passing this my array list to this particular function, and then the search criteria. So let's run it. So here you can see 2 found 2 times inside this particular list, so it is printing here. Let's suppose I am giving here 9. So let's see what is happening. So it will give you 1, because 9 is coming only one time in this particular list. If let take 91, this is not inside list. So see what is happening. So this is giving 0. That means 91 is not available inside this particular list. Now you can see here, I am giving x equal to 4. So you see here what is happening. So 4 is coming 2 time here, 1 and 2. So 2 times 4 are available. So here it is printing 2 time. Now similar things you can search. You can define a list as a string also, and you can search a string inside the list. So same thing I have done it here. So you can see here text array hello there, and I want to search hello, how many times it is coming. So I think it will give error. You can see here. So I am passing this text to this particular function here, and this parameter search parameter hello. So you can see here this text is passed to x, and that this array passed to my array, and here we are passing. So hello, you can see it is 2 times, 1 and 2. Let's suppose I am removing this hell. So you see it is 0 times. That means that string is not available inside that particular list. One thing you have to remember, the I have already explained, right? I will be explaining mutation. So list all the data structure which are mutable, we have to take extra caution. Like whenever you are passing something, some mutable data structure to the function, and when inside the function you are trying to change the value of that particular data structure, then permanently that particular data structure will be changed by that particular function. So that you have to be careful, and you have to consider that thing also in your mind when you are operating with the multiple data structure which are mutable or unmutable. So now you can see here I am having one function mutex and passing here that data structure for j in range length of x, that I have already explained in my previous video what is the meaning of this one. And then what I am doing, I am just changing the value of this particular data structure with x, and then here return the value to the caller. So we are not returning anything here, you can see, but still the data will be changed inside this data structure which we are passing here. And the data structure is nothing but list, and list we know it's a mutable, and then we are calling this mutex with this particular list and then printing here. So we are passing with 1 2 3 this particular list, but let's see what it is printed here. So let me run this first so that it will be defined, and now you run this one. So you can see here, I have passed this particular data structure with 1, 2, 3, but this particular function has changed the value of this list since it is mutable, so it allowed to change it. Now this particular x, when you are printing, it is having x, x, x. So that things you have to keep in your mind when you deal with a mutable data structure that will be changed inside the function. So I hope you would have understood how to define a function in Python, how to deal with function, how to pass a parameter, what is parameter. If you have any question, please put it in comment box. I will try to answer as much as possible. Thank you for now.